Hi guys, this is Dinara in school and we're going to study radical 犬 dog. Animals, pets, different types of animals. It has two forms. The main form is used as a separate word and in characters. And the second form is used only in characters and you will always see it on the left. Now let's see how we write it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now let's study its history. As we see, in the past it was a picture of a dog or some kind of animal, and in time it was simplified bit by bit, and nowadays this main form looks like another radical, another character with the meaning big, da, and with a dot. So of course it is very difficult to imagine dog, and in this case will be a good another association, a person, and this dot symbolizes animal which is always with this person. For example, it can be a dog, a cat, and so on. Now let's study characters with this radical, and the first very confusing for you example is the word dog. Go. And in here we see radical on the left, its second form, and this second form more looks like a lying down dog, any animal. Why this is confusing? Of course you are asking, we have radical dog with the meaning dog, we have a character with the meaning dog, yes, and in this case let me remind you that radical dog has other different meanings, animal, and in the case of the word go, it has only one meaning, and it's dog. And of course the best friend of a dog is a cat. Mao. Cat also has this radical on the left. And as I said before, our radical 犬 has meaning, general meaning, animal, pet. And the third example is the word prison, jail. 狱. This is a very interesting character. It has both forms of this radical on the left and on the right, the main form. And usually prisons, they have lots of dogs. That's why this radical reminds us a person which is surrounded by two dogs. And the last character is a word to cry, wail, weep, coo. Here we see the main form with two mouths. So obviously when we cry, sometimes we do it very loudly, and that's why we have two mouths. And when dog cries, it is more loud than in the case of us humans. That's why maybe here the Chinese use dog as a symbol of a very loud crying, weeping. And now let's look at examples in which our radical is used as a separate word. The first example is the word army dog, 军犬. So 军 means army, 犬 dog. Together, army dog. And the second example is the word chow chow, 松狮犬. Song means pine, 狮 means lion, 犬 dog. So obviously you ask why we have pine here, and when we look at chow chow, it reminds us a lion, and in the case of chow chow, it's not just a lion, it's a very puffy lion. So song is used here as a metaphor of puffiness of chow chow, because in Asia, pines, they're really puffy. And the second example is a type of a dog which is called in English Shih Tzu, and in Chinese it sounds Xi Shi Quan. And the history of this dog is very interesting. This dog was a present from Chinese emperor to a very beautiful lady, and her name was Xi Shi. And in Chinese also this dog is called very beautiful dog. So I suppose this lady was very elegant and beautiful. So we finally studied our radical dog, animal, pet. Guys, write down your favorite dogs. Do you have dogs? Is it difficult to have dogs at home? It's my dream to have a dog, but I'm afraid that I'm not responsible enough to have a dog at home. And guys, push this bell button. It will remind you about our next class, in which we're going to study radical I. 木. 谢谢，再见。